My name is Marni, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl. It's my job to give you the no BS, honest truth about what women want versus what they say they want. Before I dive into this video, I wanted to be sure you are subscribed to my channel. I don't want you missing out on any of the awesome insider information I share on my channel every week about what women really want and how to become the man women want. So click subscribe below and you are in. I also suggest clicking the little bell icon so that you can be notified as soon as I post a new video. And if you like this video, which I know you will, please click like and share it with as many wonderful men that are just like you that you can. Have you ever heard of the hoop theory? I actually just heard of it myself the other day from a guest on my podcast, the Ask Women podcast, if you want to know. From my understanding, it's the theory that when a man first meets a woman, she tries to get him to jump through hoops to showcase his value and how dedicated he is. Something you definitely do not want to start doing, or if you are doing this, it's 100% not something that you want to continue. And in this video, I'm going to explain and answer the following questions. Number one, why women do this to men. Number two, why men continue to do this to women that they like. And number three, how you can respond when a woman asks you to jump through a hoop, be it buying her a drink or helping her fix her toilet, so that you can use that moment to actually create attraction, not kill it. So let's tackle the first question first. Why do women do this? Women do this because, frankly, they can. It's not like they pre-plan to take advantage of you and manipulate you into thinking, if you just do this for me, I'll do dirty things to you or I'll be with you. They do it because you say yes. And you seem to be okay with it and enjoying it, so why not keep asking? If I ask you to buy me a drink and you say yes and buy it with a hop, skip, and a jump, why would I think you didn't want to do it or that you didn't like doing it or that you wanted something else in return, right? So I keep asking for it with a smile on my face thinking it's okay to do, and you're actually enjoying it. So on to the next question. Why do men do this? I know some hoop jumpers truly believe that if they jump through enough hoops, there will be a magical hoop leading all the way to a woman's vagina. But sadly, this isn't true. The only thing that these hoops are going to lead you to is the number one title of her slave boy that does everything for her but gets nothing out of it. If you are a hoop jumper or have jumped through hoops from time to time, I do want to tell you that this is not your fault. It's the fault of many men before you who told you that in order to make a woman happy, you have to do things for her or simply say yes to her every request. Do you know how many older dudes I've met who have told me that the secret sauce to their long-lasting happy marriage is understanding that their wife is always right? My blood literally boils every time this cliche statement is made, to the point that I want to hit that old guy straight across the face and say, your wife hates it when you just agree with her, which is why she's constantly fantasizing about your neighbor. But of course I don't, because I am a nice wing girl. So I smile and I look over at his wife and have a shared female moment of subtle communication that says, I feel you, sister. The truth is that maybe this worked in the 50s, but it definitely does not work in 2019 or any date following this video. Women today are tougher and they've seen more, they've been played, teased, and they've jumped through hoops themselves, and they're over it. Therefore, having her always be right and doing everything she says is not going to get the modern woman hard. What it is going to do is turn her off and train her to treat you in a subpar manner, which sadly she learned from you. Remember how they've always said you teach people how to treat you? This is an example of the truth in that statement. Historically, you have been teaching women that they can walk all over you, but no more. Which leads me to answer question number 3. How can you respond to a woman that asks you to jump through a hoop in a way that catches her attention and builds attraction? You do something extremely simple, but can feel challenging to do. When a woman asks you to jump through a hoop, you make her jump through a hoop first for you. Getting her to jump through a hoop for you helps you take these moments when women ask you to jump through a hoop and turn them into attractive, playful moments that can instantly increase attraction and make her want you more. So here's an example. If she says, can you get me a water? You can say, sure, but first ask me that question again, but this time do it with a British accent. This isn't a huge hoop for her to jump through, but it's also not you hopping to it and saying, yes, ma'am. Do you want cubes in that, sparkling or flat? When you say something like this, most likely she'll laugh, accept the challenge, then you do her the favor. Now she sees you as an equal, someone she needs to respect and pay attention to. It's a really fun way to build a good vibe between the two of you. What happens if a woman asks you to jump through a really big hoop, like fixing something or picking her up at the airport? Then the same principle applies. You ask them to jump through an equally big hoop in return. So for example, she says, oh, my toilet keeps doing that flushy thing that never ends. Can you come over and take care of it, please? And you say, I'll fix your flushy thing if you bake me those super yummy cookies I love. Do you see how simply not saying yes and putting the challenge back on her can be the first step in escalating things to a whole new level and creating fun tension that builds attraction? I see so many men who get into awful cycles of trying to please and appease women they want to be with. They are forever jumping through hoops with absolutely no return on their invested time and effort. These responses will stop the hoop jumping and guarantee you never have to jump through a single hoop again. Instead, women will be jumping through your hoops. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. So start teaching women that you are a force to be reckoned with and a fun guy that can rock their world. Men who understand how women work will always have the upper hand with women. So let me give you a constant upper hand. If you're interested in having the success with women you've always wanted but didn't think that you could have, then here's what I suggest. I've put together a 45-minute free video that will show you the way to getting everything you've ever wanted with women. Just click the link in the description box below this video and I'll post one in the video somewhere so you can get immediate access to this. Remember, finding the right girl doesn't have to be so hard when you understand how women actually work. I'm Marni. I'm your personal wing girl. Let me help you get the women you want and keep the women you already have. Go watch the video now by clicking the link below.